Hello, everyone. I hope uh, everyone are doing fine, especially during this period. So for today's, we have online course for our AIoT course. Today, I would like to introduce the lab 11 and lab uh, 12. So you can use in the temperature sensor to detect your temperature at home and also with humidities. Okay, so first we have to know about our sensor. This one as a sensor, it can detect our temperature and humidity in our environments. So basically, we use the DHT12, these sensors. So the temperature range for minus 20 up to 60 temperatures. Also, it can to detect the humidity from 20 to 95, especially for Taiwan. Okay, and so we have the DHT12 for today's lab. So basically, you may find two sensor, temperature and humidity sensor in your AIoT equipment. So first, you have to check to know the front side and the back rear sides. So don't make a mistake. Otherwise, it will damage your sensors. So basically, we have four pins for the sensor. The first one is connect to our 5 voltage for the high voltage to get the power for these sensors. And also we have a ground for 2. The right hand side is 2 pins for ground. Basically, for this, from the right hand side, the 2 pins is the wire we have to send in the signal to our D1 minute. Okay, so we use the 面包板 the bread bowl, okay, for this lab. So all you guys know, this is they're all connected, okay. So these two are not disconnected. If you want to connect with these two rows, you have to jump with these two rows. Okay, basically you may see this kind of connection. So right now for the TSMC, they doing the IC design and manufacturing. So they have this equipment. Okay. So first you have to follow our this diagram to connect with the temperature and humidity sensor with our D1 minute. As I mentioned before, the first one you have to connect with your 5 power, the source of our power. And don't forget to use these two wires, 2 pins to connect together and connect to our ground pin. And for this level, we use the pin number 3, okay, this one, number 3, to connect with the left hand side, the second left hand side pin, this one, okay. So you have to connect the Y diagram like this way. Don't forget the front size and the rear size for your sensors. Okay, so for our LAB11, we have to read the temperature and humidity in our environments. Basically, we use the DHT module, which we have used this before. Okay, so you have to import the DHT package first. So we know about this one, okay, from machine import pin. This is for the D1 minute, the pins. Okay, so for the, we have to read the pin, pin 0, which is the D13, okay, for the D13. So we get the signal from the D1, which is pin 0, okay? So let me introduce the source code for this lab. First, since we have import the required package for the lab, which is machine pin, and also we import the time package, and the most important required package we call DHT. Okay, and if you have the wire diagram ready for our previous diagram, so you may know we use the DHT, which is DHT11, this function, to get a signal from the pin D3 to get a signal of our temperature and humidity. And we create a object, a variable object for our ALT sensors. We call the sensor, its functions, its variables, this object. Okay, we use the sensor with this one to get the measure, this function to get the signal from our D3 pins. So here from the line 8 all the way to line 10 is we have to combine the data we have collected, and we combine with this format. If you are familiar with Python, this is percentage 2D. It means use two digital number for our temperature, two digital number for our humidity. Also, we combined with the sensor to get the pictures, the temperatures, okay, the value for our temperature, also with the sensor with the humidity. So we get from the pin D3. And also we have to print out the result. We have to uh, combine this format. And then we stop 3 minutes and go to check the sensor, to check the temperature and humidity again. Okay, so when you run our Python LAB11 source code, so you will get the temperature and humidity in your room. Okay, so let us to see the video for 11, LAB11. So don't forget to have your equipment ready. The pin, the pin 0 is use the pin D3 in D1 minute. Okay, let me explain again. Here is the format for your output. Okay, we use the D, it means digital, with two digital number for the temperature. The second variable we use the 2D percentage, we use the humidity. So we get our first variable is sensor dot temperature and assigned to the first one. And the second one, we use the sensor humidity to the second format, which is this 2D percentage, okay? And then we print out the result. So you get your temperature and humidity. And we will check every 3 seconds. Okay, so that's all the temperature and humidity sensor for LAB 3. Okay, I maybe I can leave the time for the lab for our TA.